What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is, man. It is your boy, JFit, and we're back to react with what's new on the tube, man. Yesterday we had Mysterious Monday, but today, bro, we got another body cam banger, bro. Cops find missing teen at mother's garage. Hey, man, these body cam titles just keep getting crazier and crazier, but you guys love when I react to them, and I love reacting to them, bro. You guys already know what the deal is. We just offer our opinion where we think it matters. We're just going to jump straight into it, but before we get into it, man, you know what I'm going to tell you. Let me know in the comments if you guys like these kind of videos, or let me know what kind of videos you want me to react to. We're reacting to anything and everything, bro. Posting every single day, man. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications so you make sure you don't miss anything. And yeah, let's just jump into it, y'all.
Peek inside this can, and the officer crosses himself and swears.
Are you kidding me?
When they first came to the door,
You know it's serious.
his mother was outraged.
Absolutely not.
No, but it was all a ruse.
Are you? It's a kid. Wait, hold on. Missing teen.
For something sinister.
Are you kidding me?
Where is that kid? She had the audacity to question the officers.
Nah, bro. There's no way.
After her house of horrors was revealed.
There's no way. Bro, there's no way.
Welcome to the channel.
Dude, not everybody deserves to be parents, man.
Of 11-year-old Zion.
11 years old, man. Why do they even say teen in the title, bro? 11 years old, bro. This body cam's about to piss me off, man.
On Staples. It's not what you think.
I can already tell.
It's something so presentable that it will shock you. All the drama for something that could have been easily avoided. It all started on the 25th of July 2023, when Rock Island police responded to a regular call.
Hi. Are you Miss Staples? Yes, how can I help you? So we had kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No.
No.
I don't know anybody out there.
37-year-old Sushi Staples answers the door, seeming wary but calm, until the officers explain the reason for their visit.
Some lady called DCFS and kind of made some claims that you had a child that actually shot themselves.
What?
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
Stunned, she explains the person behind all this.
What's her name?
Her name is Tony. This girl is never in. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from. She has made up different names, calling from different numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right.
She quickly identified the likely source of the false allegation, her ex-husband's girlfriend. She worked as a patient caretaker at Mercy One Genesis Hospital. She also studied at the local community college. It was a late start, but she wanted a better future. Her past, though, was messy. Sushi grew up in the system, Lutherbrook Children's Center in Addison, Illinois. At only 16 years old, she had her first child, followed by another one at 17. Sushi had 8 children in total, but she wasn't allowed to raise them all. 2 had been placed in DCFS custody. Then she married the wrong guy, a man named Latez Owens, whom she divorced in a bitter breakup. Sushi claimed he held her against her will for several days at gunpoint. She managed to divorce him in 2023, but was still traumatized to the point that she kept a gun in the house. When Latez found a new partner, things got worse. The new woman despised Sushi.
Unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they're always bouncing around in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay. They're not even down here then.
So that was a real story?
Sushi seems genuinely frustrated. From the outside, her life looked normal. She lived with her 4 youngest daughters. Neighbors saw them playing outside, drawing with chalk and laughing. They seemed happy.
I didn't even realize that was a real story.
The divorce had left her struggling. She relied on government benefits. She worked hard, but luxuries were out of reach.
I've been here for 7 years and never had a problem in Rock Island.
Yeah, I didn't know you.
I work at Genesis Hospital. I'm a patient care tech. I'm a student at Eastern Iowa Community College. I have a business in Davenport. This girl has made threats towards me on Facebook, posting her gun up, saying that she's gonna come to my addy. It's just never ending.
She was trying, she was studying, she was working, she was surviving. But under the surface, things were far from simple. And now she had to face all the harassment, but there was more.
So they made some allegation that you had a son and he shot himself and he's in your
Come on
basement.
now. You think, look where I live.
No, I get it. Just so I can check the box off, kind of look in your basement real quick and I'll get out
No,
of here.
you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry, I'm not about to have my rights violated because someone made you heinous allegations like this.
I know.
Despite acknowledging how bizarre the claim was, the officers explained they had to follow procedure. Sushi Staples lived a life far more complicated than it
That's
seemed.
crazy, bro.
Sushi
I mean, like, I get it, but, like, dude, like, when it's for something like this, dog, I mean, I get it because, like, the police, you know, you never know, like, the police, it's legal for them to lie, so they can just say, like, they're coming to do a check for the kids and then start searching around the house, try to find stuff. So, I mean, I get it, but, like, bro, at the same time, like, my initial reaction is to just let them search the house and find the kid and then just get it over with, you know what I'm saying? Especially, like, if you're not, like, hiding anything, like, I don't know, man, like, I don't know. What do you guys think about it in the
And
comments,
she
bro?
didn't
Would you?
want to
I feel
entertain
like
the stalkers
if it's me,
anymore.
I just let him
Like I said,
search.
it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing.
I'm just letting him search, but I don't know. What do you
At
guys have to
first,
say?
it seemed justified, except the officer had already clarified one thing. This wasn't the first police visit, which means she hadn't been bothered by the police before, yet she seemed exasperated.
That is not okay. I have 4 girls in here.
That's what I'm just asking.
4 children.
I'm not trying to blame anything on you. I'm not saying this is true. I was just asking. Okay.
This is nuts.
That's all it is.
She'd had enough.
Like, she's been harassing my daughter, harassing my place of business, harassing my children. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
I've tried to get a restraining order against her, tried to get one
This
against
dude's
her.
listening at least, man. He's being pretty calm.
Simply didn't have a son named Zion. Perhaps her ex and his new partner were making things up to harass her.
Oh,
You guys only have girls?
Yes,
Okay.
I have 4. Do you want to see them?
No, they said it was a son. I was just curious if that's even true.
The officer tried to calm Sushi down so she wouldn't be so offended. He didn't suspect anything. He was simply responding to a complaint.
Like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call no matter how crazy it sounds. We still got to come up and see if there's any truth.
And this is crazy.
It is.
This is very crazy.
Okay.
I have been living here for 6 years. My neighbors have never had a complaint. Don't you think that my neighbors would have heard something like that, they would have made a call or said something to somebody?
I would believe so, yeah.
What Sushi didn't know was that the complaint came from a neighbor. It all started
Bruh.
with a call to the Department of Children and Family Services. A neighbor claimed to be concerned about a child in Sushi's home. It wasn't the first call, but this time authorities took it seriously. Allegedly, the neighbor had heard something disturbing. Sushi told them her son Zion would not be coming home for Christmas. It didn't sound right. It didn't sound good.
Alright, well, sorry to bother you, okay?
Are you kidding me?
We get a call, we gotta show up.
They got that to the point now where they don't have my phone number, so they email me.
Are you kidding me? This dude didn't even press harder to try and go look inside, bro. You're a cop. I don't get that, man. Y'all let me know in the comments, bro. I'm so confused. I mean, they can refuse to let you search the home, right? Especially if they don't have a warrant. But, like, bro,
DCSF had already
when it
taken
comes to the
up
kids,
with
man.
children. Sushi and Matez were both investigated for another case. She was accused of restraining a child, while he was accused of creating a dangerous environment. Authorities
Not everybody
didn't
deserves to be
evidence,
parents,
so
man.
the case was closed. But even without charges, their lives were anything but simple. The family was referred to community services, yet the tension and hardship remained. So this wasn't the first time that police had been involved with her regarding her children.
It's gotten to the point where they're emailing me because they don't have a contact phone number on me.
Right.
This is how bad the harassers got. But until I can get it, Rock Island to Cook County to serve them and actually find an address on them,
Right.
that's going to be a problem.
I'll,
So they keep having me come back to court until I can get an address on them.
I'll add some notes just in the call that I was hearing that it's a harassment thing, so we don't have to keep them up here.
Thank you.
Alright, sorry about you. Like I said, we gotta call, even if it sounds crazy, we gotta come to.
Anyway, the officer
Dude, like, I get it if you were to check the basement and then say that, he'll add it to the notes, but for him to just not even actually check and see what's going on is mad lazy to me, bro.
he wouldn't return without a reason.
Dude, like, you're not even doing your job, bro.
On his report. However,
I mean, I'm not a cop, so I don't know, but y'all let me know. That seems lazy to me.
The loud outburst, the failure to cooperate. Why didn't Sushi want them in the basement? It could only mean she was hiding something.
Like, she even offered to show him the 4 kids, so you'll show him the 4 kids, but you won't show him your basement?
Back at DCFS,
You don't put, like,
authorities
think
had
about
a
that?
complete record of a boy named Zion Staples. And not only that, but Sushi Staples received monthly welfare from the state on behalf of Zion Staples.
You guys don't even fucking, like, research this before you go to the house, you get a call like this? Because they said this is not the first call. How do you even, like,
Next day,
this shit pisses me off because, bro, the kid, like, what if they had time to save the kid, bro?
She peeked through the window but stayed inside.
Hello? Sushi? Can you come out?
What's going on?
Well, step on out, I'll explain everything.
My kids in here.
Okay, I understand, but we have a search warrant in the house.
Fucking finally.
Hold on.
Step on
No,
out.
step out. The whole house.
You need to step out.
She hesitated, but they had a legal right to enter. They assured her they wouldn't destroy her home. They just needed to search. There was a drastic change between the night before and the night after. Sushi's voice was lower, she was calmer. The dynamics were different.
Step out.
Probably tried to move the kid or something.
Okay. We'll all walk in casually. We're not going to tear up your house or anything, so.
My kids are in here.
Okay.
How many?
4.
And where at in the house?
They're upstairs. I just made them go upstairs. I don't want to scare my kids. Can we just calm down?
So you're gonna walk in there with you, and I got a copy of the warrant here for you.
Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer. Can I see the warrant before we walk any further? I'm calm.
We have a valid search warrant, so
I understand, but you haven't let me see it yet, and you're walking through my house.
Doesn't matter.
you don't run.
I understand, but you haven't let me see it yet, and you're walking through my house.
Right here. You don't run.
Finally, dude, this guy fucking takes control of the situation, dude. Who was that square from the night before, man?
But the officers had already begun walking through her home.
Hey, I'm trying to see.
So I need your phone.
My phone. That's not my phone.
So which phones do your kids have?
They're upstairs.
Bro just took.
I'm not talking to anybody.
You're fine.
Look, I'm scared. My kids are
Go
here.
upstairs and
Meanwhile, officers kept
Bro,
checking the
fucking-
floors. Down in the basement, they checked for anything that seemed different or new. Perhaps she had hidden the child somewhere to keep him from
That's what I'm
discovering.
thinking.
One odd thing they noticed was the excessive use of dryer sheets. They were stuffed in the vents all over the house. Even
Oh,
in
the
rugs.
smell.
The gruesome answer
That's
shocked
fucking
the
disgusting.
officers.
Honestly. That's fucking horrible.
Sushi Staples was acting strange. She was telling the officers. Her voice wavered and her movements were uncertain. She claimed she didn't know why they were there.
Do you know why we're here?
No, I don't know why you're here. And I'm really scared because my kids are upstairs and I don't know what's going on.
She was losing control and clearly spiraling. An innocent person wouldn't be sitting there crying while officers searched the house. She was hiding something. The officers had to figure out what it was.
Should I call my family to tell them to somebody because
Or you're not under arrest or anything like that. Okay, that's why I'm sitting here talking to you now. Okay.
I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? Officers came out and talked to you last night, correct? Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house.
Instead of saying
Bro
anything
just threw
or
up her
denying
hands.
The allegations, she simply threw up her hands.
What the fuck is that kind of explanation, bro?
That much was the truth.
Oh, hell no, dude. She's ugly ass, like, crier, bro.
Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son.
So either way, she's going to jail, though, because they said she was collecting stamps under his name, and that's fraud. So that's a crime.
No.
So,
But Sushi denied everything.
she would have been cooked.
Zion Staples simply didn't exist, at least not according to Sushi.
Either way, she would have been cooked.
complained to the officers about being stalked and harassed. She claimed her ex-husband's
Bro.
girlfriend had been targeting her, trying to extort
Her hair is crazy.
She insisted the couple knew about her pending $11.5 million lawsuit against the Department of Child Services and had threatened her because of it. She told officers she had gone to court in Rock Island to get a restraining order, but had been unable to have them served. Then she revealed something even darker. Her ex-husband had been abusing her daily. She said she had fled to Rock Island to escape.
I mean, they said in the video that she said that her husband held her at gunpoint for like 7 days straight. So
There was an order of protection that was valid that you took out against him, and it was served, but then it was vacated
How?
just back in June.
How was it vacated?
I don't
They
know.
said I wasn't able to serve. They said
It said it was successfully.
served.
It said it was successfully served.
How does that happen?
It was vacated.
The officer would go on to tell her that her restraining order was served, but the process was incomplete. The officer explained why it hadn't gone through.
Did you not show up for the second court
oh
date?
my gosh, bro.
I had to work that day.
Then that's why it was vacated. It was served for the emergency, and then when
Yeah,
it came
it did.
when
I
it
had
came
to work that day
to when it
to
came to
come back.
the big one, you didn't show up, so it was vacant.
So it's your fault.
He told me I had to come back, and I didn't have time because I worked 2 jobs at Genesis, and I
Just straight up excuses,
didn't have
man.
time to go back to the courtroom.
Sushi tried to play the victim again, insisting they were making up a story to harass her and get her in trouble.
I just recently went through a situation where a young lady stole my identity, and she falsely filed my taxes and my information and stuff like that. And I've been working with the FBI. I've been working with the IRS. There's been a lot of things popping up, and
The records told a different story.
How are you working with the FBI? You don't think if you were working with the FBI, bro, that, you know, they would, like, have a record of you or something? Like, if you were working with the FBI, don't you think they know about the rest of your family? So all these things that she keeps saying is just, she's digging herself in a deeper hole, bro.
S had visited her before.
Have you had any interactions with DCFS up in Chicago?
I did.
Okay.
False calls that were made.
Okay.
Correct.
One of the calls from 2021, DCFS came out to your residence in Chicago, and there was a Zion Staples.
Yeah, you're cooked, buddy, bro.
DCFS records paint a troubling picture of Sushi's Staples past.
I can't believe
Zion
this shit,
listed
dude.
as the 6th
Did she
child
shoot
was
him,
supposed
though?
to exist, but as investigators pressed her for answers, her story fell apart. Her first child was born when she was just 16 or 17. So her eldest one was 20, then a 19-year-old. She went on to have 7 more. Zion, if real, was noted as child 3 in the household during a DCFS call, somewhere around 10 or 11. So she had a 14-year-old, 13, 12, and 8-year-old twins. And Zion Staples, was real on record. Between 2003 and 2004,
I'm just like confused, like, how did the daughters not say anything?
The family 4 times. Her eldest child was removed first. By September
Oh, because they
2004,
were taken.
her second child
So our 4 daughters weren't actually there?
After that, Staples vanished from DCFS records for nearly 2 decades. Then in 2021, something changed. DCFS received a new report. On September 22nd, they identified child 6 as a victim of her abuse, but there was no mention of Zion. Now standing in her home as officers searched for evidence, Sushi deflected, stalled, and contradicted herself. She claimed she had never received benefits.
That's
for
what I'm
a child
saying,
named
dude.
Zion. But if Zion never existed, why was his name tied to her in official records? A child named Zion Staples had been documented in her home. The officers weren't just looking for fraud, they were searching for a child who, on paper, should have been there. But in reality, he was nowhere to be found. Even if someone was collecting benefits for children she didn't have, why would a DCSF representative note down a boy in her home?
Yeah,
Was
exactly.
Zion Staples? Was he even real? Upstairs, the officers found the little girls.
Always sucks when the kids get involved, man. You gotta feel for them.
So we're here, and
The officer was a bit suspicious. The room in which the girls were sitting had Spider-Man curtains. Normally, little girls are not that into superheroes.
Exactly, dude. There's a male's room right here.
Didn't want to make any assumptions. She allegedly had her twins, 13-year-old and 12-year-old, still with her. But there was another child, Zion, a boy, and he was missing. Could this be his room?
how are you? Well, how are you? Are you guys all sisters?
Two together. You two? Got it.
So who shares this room?
Got it.
The little girls didn't give the officers much to go on at first, but they would reveal the shocking truth later.
And there was a Zion Staples there. Along with your 4 daughters.
Why she single out the son, bro? That's so disgusting.
The neighborhood come over.
So,
Some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
so you're saying there was a kid in your apartment that was not your kid, named Zion.
I didn't say his name was Zion. No.
She conveniently had a story ready.
I just don't understand how, like, she thinks she can get away with it if they have a Zion connected to your name with the food stamps or the benefits or whatever. And then DCFS came by and said that they saw a Zion Staples. Like, you really think you can get out of that?
I gotta clear this up with the Zion Staples.
Yes, and
Benefits, listen to it. Benefits being put in his name.
That's what I'm saying. The cops, dude. Like, am I not smart reacts? Or the cops are about to tell her how stupid she sounds.
I haven't
And
received
then-
any benefits.
And then also involved in this.
I haven't received any benefits. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, it's
Someone
under
has stolen my identity. I have proof of that. If you go to my phone, you'll be able to see.
She said it's not her
between
phone,
me and
though.
The FBI agent in Milwaukee.
But the officers weren't listening. They
Jesus
were watching
Christ, bro.
her tense body language.
Now they're getting food stamps for
You guys believe her?
4 daughters and
And I've been having a hard time with that because I can't get any because of that, and I've been working on it.
The officer gave her a last chance to come clean, so she paused before confidently answering him.
Okay, are we gonna find anything in your house that has Zion's name on it? Birth certificate, social security card, or anything like that?
Nope.
The tension thickened. The officers seized her phone.
Well, because we're seizing your phone, okay?
I understand you're seizing it, but that's like, I should be able to at least call my lawyer still. I shouldn't be held in my own house and not be able to call my counsel.
Are you requesting a lawyer right now? Because if you request a lawyer right now, we're done talking.
And then what, you're gonna arrest me?
Sushi protested. She wanted to call her lawyer, but her control over the situation was slipping.
That's tough.
The officer was clear with her. If she wanted a lawyer, they would stop talking. But that wouldn't stop the investigation.
They go down to the
I don't
station.
know what we're gonna do. We're gonna search your
I'm gonna
house.
search his house, upside down.
Upside down.
Somewhere here we need to get to the bottom of this Zion thing. This is coming from other people. This is
I
getting
can't help
mentioned.
it if people call and make allegations against me. People do this every day out of spite. And I possibly have some visitors.
They were searching her house no matter what.
She doesn't realize how fucking stupid she sounds, man.
This accusation.
This is
She
fucking
insisted she
crazy.
didn't know a Zion
Damn,
Staples.
Apple Watch fell, man.
Where did you get the name Zion Staples?
Zion Staples.
I don't know. People make it up all the time. People make it up all the time.
Let's see, DCFS does not come into your home and say, okay, have the neighbors over, and let's do all this personal stuff that affects you and your family.
Fucking stupid, bro. That's what I'm saying.
You,
They did.
and your family.
They did, though. They very much did that.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
The officers weren't buying it.
That doesn't make a lot of
DCFS didn't
sense.
create names out of thin air.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
had records.
And then, like, they conveniently make a name up that you were already connected to with the fucking food stamps. Like, yeah,
Reports.
okay.
Seen this child.
So you mean to tell me that coincidentally a scammer came up with the name Zion Staples, stole your identity, and then DCFS came to your house in a separate incident and created the name Zion Staples, man? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, dude.
We have a person that exists, but we can't lay eyes on it as a child.
Sushi sighed
Fucking
and
sick.
seemed frustrated, treating it like an inconvenience. Suddenly, she wasn't afraid anymore. She was simply exasperated.
If you have a cousin, a sister, a brother-in-law, a friend, or whatever claiming kids, or you're claiming on that, and you guys are splitting some extra money, I get that. The biggest concern that we have here is that we need to make sure that this kid is safe. And in the time since the officer was here last night, and the time that an officer had called you back in June, that we can say, no, she's totally clear, there's nobody here, there's nobody here.
I'm telling you.
They laid it out clearly. If this was some kind of fraud, relatives claiming extra benefits, shifting children around, it needed to be cleared up. But this wasn't just about paperwork. A child was missing. Then a breakthrough. And just like that, Sushi's excuses fell apart.
What's that?
For Zion Staples. Zion Staples.
You found it?
That's not mine.
Sushi Staples.
They found it? Oh my gosh, bro. They said she confidently answered nope. I'm thinking that she burned all this shit or something, got rid of it, at least got it out of the house. Dude, she might be have the record for dumbest criminal of all time.
We need to get
Like, genuinely.
Stop lying.
The birth certificate was found in her room of a boy named
In her room, bro.
Zion Staples.
Yo,
Officers had
she has to have the record for dumbest cop of all time. I mean, cop.
Back and forth.
Dumbest criminal of all time. Especially in these fucking body cams, man.
You need to come clean because we're not going anywhere. This is just, you're just gonna dig yourself a bigger grave now. I asked you if there's anything with Zion's name in this house, and you said no.
Sushi's web of lies collapsed. The officers confronted her. She had sworn there was nothing in the house with Zion's name on it, but there was.
I needed some extra help. Okay? That was it.
What do you mean by that?
I had a person that makes documents, and it was just really hard.
She broke down and admitted that she had help. Someone had forged documents for her. The officers pushed harder. Where was Zion Staples?
So is Zion a real person?
Sushi shook her head blankly. No emotion. She was all done crying. She was coming clean, or so it seemed.
I can't come away and let them on board here. I can't call a lawyer to come here to my house while I'm being questioned by you.
If you want an attorney right now, we'll just be done.
We'll be done.
All right.
But the investigation continues.
Okay.
Sushi avoided the questions carefully after this.
The person that made this call, hypothetically, if they knew that something supposedly happened and waited to report something like that, what would that make them?
What?
What would that make them?
What kind of fucking reverse psychology is this bullshit?
Because what? They came to you with this allegation and decided they wanted to use it when they got upset?
We're not blaming anybody else, okay?
She said she would talk to them if they let her family get her children. As the officer started to reassure her, the real reason why she was hiding the truth from the officers came pouring out.
If you think we're just gonna like take your kids or something like that, that's not even what DCFS is gonna do. All right, they would want to place them with family.
They said that to me. They said the same thing to me, separating me from my brothers and sisters. I never saw my mom again.
Bro, that really, like, that sucks, but that doesn't give you an excuse to fucking kill your kid, bro. Don't have kids at that point, man. That's fucking, like,
Repeatedly for 9 years.
bro, and I empathize, like, for her, like, bro, I'm sure she actually did have some traumatic experiences, because, like, you don't just wake up one day and say you're gonna kill a child. I'm sure she's going through something, man, and that sucks, but, dude, the kids come first, bro. You lose the luxury of fucking caring, like, about yourself once you have kids, man. Bro, once you have kids, bro, everything behind you from the past, like, you can't put that shit on them. That's fucked up, bro. Not everybody deserves to have kids, bro. But you fucking killed him, though.
For Christ's sake, I had my first baby at 15. Because I was by people that were supposed to be protecting me and DCFS. Do you think I want that to happen to my kid?
For the first time, Sushi was being honest. She didn't want her children to go into the system, so she felt she had to hide the truth. Instead, she protested. She wanted a lawyer. The officers made it clear if she asked for one, the conversation ended. But the investigation didn't.
You told us you would talk to us.
No, I didn't tell you that.
You told us that you would tell us what was going on here.
Mommy, are you okay? No, what's going on?
That's when things got real. The police had to get to the bottom of the matter. They decided to question Sushi's children.
He's trying to take us.
No.
Wait. Why are you trying to take my kids out of here?
Because we're gonna talk to them.
But you can't take. Can I call my lawyer? Do not talk to them without an attorney. Do you understand me? Serenity, none of you. Do not speak without an attorney. Do you hear me? Do you understand me, Serenity? Look at me.
Sushi was suddenly aggressively defensive. She was blatantly hiding something.
That sucks, bro. Yeah, I mean, her kids, they're old enough to, like, you know, have their own opinion and shit. They said they're, like, 12 and 14, so.
You understand? Don't answer any questions at all. You understand? You understand? Do not. Instruct Sophia and Olivia to do the same. And Anne-Marie, do not talk without an attorney. Because now you all are railroading us.
It was over now.
What's her name for me?
Oh, no. I'm going to jail. What am I going to jail for? What am I
You just
doing?
admitted a fraud.
So now you're going to railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your kid is. Like, you're saying that he doesn't exist.
My kid.
Then reality hit her and panic set in. She was going to jail.
No matter what,
That
dude.
wasn't their biggest concern. They still needed to know where was Zion. Sushi kept denying his existence. Something wasn't right. There was a boy's room in the house. Boy clothes, a birth certificate. Zion did exist. The question now was, where had Sushi Staples hidden him and why?
We'll cuff you in front, okay?
This is embarrassing. I can get in the car. Do you got to take my dignity away and put me in custody?
We're not gonna put it behind you, okay? We're gonna walk you to the car real quick, and then we'll get you out of here, okay?
Sushi begged to keep her dignity, and the officer was compassionate enough not to cuff her behind her back, but in the front.
My neighbor, they just want me for 6 years. You see that gas over there? I work 2 jobs in Genesis.
I hear you.
I go to school out here. This is embarrassing.
jobs, struggled for her
It's
children.
not an
even went
excuse to
school.
fucking kill your
She
kid,
didn't deserve
man.
to be humiliated like this. But none of that mattered now. The truth was out, and the questions weren't over. As Sushi was led away, officers entered the garage. Realization hit. The smell wasn't from the house or the basement. It was the garage. It got stronger and stronger as they went deeper. The officer realized it came from a corner. They returned with tools to open up what looked like a trash can.
That's
wrapped
fucking
in a
horrible,
garbage
bro.
bag. The officers took photographs and pulled the can closer. The smell was pungent. Something wasn't right here. The two investigating officers got ready to pop the lid. As soon as he carefully lifted the lid, he quickly put it back down after realizing what he saw inside. He looked absolutely horrified. The smell was overwhelming now. The other officer peeked in and quickly walked away. By his shadow, you can see the other officer crossing himself. It was a sight gruesome enough to make anyone pray to God. The first thing they saw was the Spider-Man pajamas, partially burnt and decomposed into oblivion. It was the body of 11-year-old Zion Staples.
Not everybody deserves to be parents, man.
An autopsy would reveal he was fatally shot. Sushi Staples was charged with concealment of a body, obstruction of justice, and failure to report the death of a child. She would have been charged with homicide, but her children revealed the truth. Zion had tragically shot himself on the 21st of December. Their mother had cried, and then realizing that she wouldn't survive without the welfare she got in Zion's name, she didn't report his death. With no money for a funeral and committing fraud, she had to conceal his.
Bro. This is a mind fuck, I'm not gonna lie. Cause I don't even know what to say, bro. I kinda like almost take back almost everything, man. That's fucked up though. Like, I mean, I feel bad, genuinely. I just don't even know how to like process that. I mean, I get it. Never having being in those circumstances, I can understand the reason that she didn't say anything. But like, oh, dude, it's the kids, man. Why was he playing around with guns though? That's fucked up, man. That he killed himself for real. What do you guys think in the comments, bro? That was a fucking twist I was not expecting. I was not expecting that, dude.
If she wanted to continue receiving benefits for over 6 months. Sushi was sentenced in February of 2024.
The sentence of the court is going to be 2 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, 6 months of mandatory supervised release.
This sentence caused outrage, as many believed Sushi was getting a mere slap on the wrist.
Both her attorney and the Rock Island State Attorney agreed to a partially negotiated plea. An emotional, Staples spoke out in court, stating she wishes she could change what happened to her son.
She even begged for a shorter sentence.
I should have done more, and I should have made the right decision, but I just don't know what happened. I'm not a criminal, I'm not a monster. I'm just a mother who have tried over and over again, no matter how many times I fall to
So she was released in July of 2024, and allegedly her parole ended in January of 2025. Within a year of the horrific discovery, she was set free.
Wow.
What do you think about this case? She didn't exactly harm
Yeah.
anyone, but concealing this tragedy, making
I was
her
about to-
participate in such an elaborate lie, can be damaging. Let us know.
Dude, I was just about to ask you guys the same things. What do you guys fucking think like should happen to her, bro? Because like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Up until the end, when they reveal he shot himself, like I was team like, lock her up and throw her into the jail. But dude, finding out that her kid killed herself, and honestly that she was just trying to protect her kids, because they said she had PTSD from like getting raped in the whole foster care system and everything. So like psychology reacts when I think about it like that, dude. I can definitely see it from how she was thinking. Like she didn't want to let her kids, go in the system. Especially if their kid kills himself, like they're gonna press her hard about it. So I don't know, man. This is a tough case to really react on, really talk about on. Dude, that was crazy how they made it seem like she killed him and she didn't. So I don't know. I want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. And yeah, bro, that was crazy, bro. But you guys already know, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Turn on post notifications. Make sure you don't miss anything. And appreciate you guys tuning in with me. See y'all in the next video.